Welcome to DegreeWorks Student Training. DegreeWorks is a web-based degree auditing and tracking tool which enables students and advisors to evaluate academic progress towards graduation in accordance to college and major requirements outlined in the undergraduate catalog. This tool will allow students to quickly and easily identify which requirements have been satisfied and which requirements are outstanding. It can also be used to perform a what-if analysis to determine what coursework would be used if a different major was selected. To navigate to DegreeWorks, click on Student, Student Records, and Undergraduate DegreeWorks. You'll see your student audit will populate with your ID, your name and degree, along with your degree details. It will also show your overall GPA, as well as the audit date and time that this audit is processed. You have the option up here at the top right to print the audit. You also have the option to contact your advisor directly through DegreeWorks. They'll have their name and their email link right there. And you also, if you click on the three dots, you'll be able to see any class history. So it's basically like an academic transcript of anything from your past class history. So credits, grades, and title of course. It defaults to the student view. You also have an option for a registration checklist as well. I'll go over that a little bit later. Your first block is going to be for your degree. Your degree will show the student credits required, applied in the catalog year. It will also show if general education requirements, GPA requirements, and major requirements have been met or in progress. You can collapse each block with the expand arrow at the far right here. You'll also see any symbols. So the green checks are that the requirement is complete. The blue is that it's still in progress. Your next block is going to be for graduation. It will show if you're eligible for graduation or if you've applied. It will also link you to graduation information on the Clemson website as well. You'll see right here this student plans to graduate and they have already applied and Enrolled Student Services has received their application. The next block is going to be your major portion. This will show if concentration and general education requirements are satisfied. So you'll see the general education is satisfied, but for this student, the concentration requirement is not yet fulfilled. It is in progress. Next, you'll have the concentration block or emphasis area. It will show all the courses successfully completed, any in progress, and requirements still needed. Again, the successful completed courses will display with green checks. The in progress will show in blue. You'll also see any potential exceptions here. So exceptions are things such as course substitutions or the number of times a repeated course can be repeated. So you'll see that there is an exception put in for this course. You'll see by who and on what date and what course it applies for. There will also be an exceptions block at the bottom since the student has an exception in their concentration. You'll see any in-progress courses here as well as any transferred courses and courses taken at Clemson. The general education portion is only for students in catalog years 2010 to 2019. Starting in 2020, general education requirements will be viewed in the major section. So this particular student has a catalog year before 2019, so she will have a general education section. But for anyone starting 2020 and future, all of this will be displayed in the major section. Now these bottom columns are, some may be in a student's audit and some may not. So if a student doesn't have any excess electives, this block won't populate, but this student does. So excess electives are anything over what they do not currently need. Again, this will also show any previous taken courses as well as any in progress. If any course has been repeated, there is a repeat section in all of the blocks, and it will display with an R, which looks something like this. The insufficient section is a block that lists any course that has been failed, withdrawn from, with or without penalty, or uncompleted. The in progress are courses currently that the student is currently taking, as well as courses registered for a future term. So anything in progress for spring that they're currently taking, as well as if they were registered for any summer or fall classes, this would also populate right here. You'll see with the exception above, there is also an exceptions block down here. It displays the exact same information. The description, what date it was created on, and who created it by. Again, exceptions are things such as course substitutions, or like the number of times a repeated course can be repeatable. The final section is the notes. It will display older notes from advisors. Advisors will use CU Navigate to enter any notes for students, so you should see any notes of any communications from CU Navigate. However, any older notes will be displayed here of any past entries. Also, other things such as waivers, substitutions that can't be applied in the exceptions column, anything regarding academic renewal or like GS6 information, that information can be found in the notes section as well. So again, if you want any current notes, use CU Navigate, but past notes will be here. The last thing is the legend, which is essentially the key of what everything means. So again, the green check marks means it's complete. The R will be in the comma R, repeated for a repeated class. Anything red is not complete. So if you scroll back up, we're going to go through the other formatted audit, which is the registration checklist. You just click on it. It will automatically populate. The checklist shows only the unfulfilled requirements that are still needed on your audit. So it won't provide a detailed of everything. It will just show what is still needed. Your other audit is going to be your what if audit. This feature can be used to stimulate a change of program by selecting your proposed degree, major, and perhaps concentration. The requirements for your selection will appear, and you'll see how the coursework may be used in your program you are considering. So just to navigate to the audit, you'll click on What If. You'll scroll down. You'll see your current program's catalog year, degree, and level already auto-filtered. So just for the purpose of this audit, let's see if I want to change this student's catalog year to a later catalog year. So let's just do 2018, 2019. And you still have to enter in the major. So I don't want her to change majors. I'm still going to do health science. If you wanted to choose an emphasis area, you would use the concentration drop down right here. And just for a future class, put in a subject and a course number and click add. This would show any future classes, how that would affect the audit, and just hit process. And this is the student's what if audit with the new catalog year and how that would affect her degree requirements. And that's how you use DegreeWorks.